बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Good afternoon, friends. A very warm welcome to our Business Opportunity Over Chai. And this special edition, Business Opportunity Over Chai, will help you to understand the greatest business opportunities that we franchise India specially brings to you. Business Opportunity Over Chai, presented by Management Team of Franchise India, Mr. Gaurav Maria, Chairman at Franchise India Group, and Ms. Sonia Chaudhary, MD at Franchise India Brands Limited. Every day, 12 o'clock, we launch a new brand to explore new business opportunities. So for today, we have invited a great iconic brand, BroastKhan. BroastKhan is a passion and then a business that operates by a group of cousins under the banner of Cousins Ventures. BroastKhan is in sense in food joint operated by true food lovers who crave great taste along with quality and freshness. To know more about this business opportunity, we have invited the founders of BroastKhan, Mr. Ali Mohammed, Mr. Mohammed Wahid, Numan Qasimji, and Mr. Martin Qasimji. But before I invite them over the floor, I would like to invite Ms. Sonia Qasimji. Okay, so I think she's facing some problem while accessing. So I would like to hand over the stage to Mr. Ali Muhammad ji to say about one or two words about the brand, how they started this journey.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Harshika, for giving us this opportunity. I thank Franchisee India as well to giving us the opportunity. And we are here today to talk about our brand, which is BroastKhan. And as Harshika rightly said, this brand is being operated for the last 10 years. And we, as cousins, we are six cousins who are actually who have curated the brand and brought it this forward. All of us are foodies, who are missing the right kind of taste, and so we just decided to start the business and get into it. And that's a basic introduction. I think if Ashokji wants to add something to this, Mr. Ashokji.
Definitely, I think it's a very good brand that you have created. I think the value for investment of the entire range bringing to this segment, if you look at the industry size, so organized F&B industry is around 180,000 crore industry, and in that segment, if you look at the casual dining and QSR formats, so these two are the largest segment uh, uh, for the investment. So even your casual dining alone itself account for like 55% of the market size, and another segment is your QSR, that is another 20% of the market. So if you look at the organized food chains, so BroastKhan is bringing the opportunity for 75% of the organized chains that basically BroastKhan fits in. So they are bringing opportunities starting with your small kiosk, food court model, casual dining, quick serving restaurants. So I think the entire value chain and entire a set of investment opportunities have been created for our franchisee partners. So basically, depending on the investment capability of the investor and the location of the opportunity, franchisee can opt for appropriate franchise model. So I think it's a very fantastic opportunity for our franchisee partners. So I think Mr. Ali, you can just start with the formal presentation, or if you want to invite other team members to add few words here.
Thank you, Ashokji. No, the team is available here. I think our full team is here. I will start the presentation now, and in between, wherever required, we can take up any questions, or you can stop me anytime that you want. Just give me 1 second.
So would you like to play some videos that if you have for your brand, I think will be helpful.
Yeah, I'll just start. Just give me 1 second. Is everyone able to see my screen? Is my screen visible? Right. So first things first, let me introduce the brand, which is BroastKhan. We are basically known for serving some flavorsome fast food and Middle Eastern delights. This is a basic photograph of what our restaurant interiors look like. This is our counter at our restaurant in Bangalore. Right. So how we started. So as I mentioned, all of us have, as we said, we are 6 cousins. The brand is owned by a company called the Cousins Ventures. We are 6 cousins who are, foodies and who were missing the food because we were all in the Middle East. We were missing the kind of taste and the food that we used to eat over there. And hence, we decided to, do some experiments, do some research, and started cooking that at home for us and for our kids and for our families. And once we started getting the right taste, we just then decided to take it into our restaurant business. It's been 10 years. We were the first ones in India to introduce charcoal shawarma, which is the original style of shawarma. Okay, a lot of innovative and wide menu options are available, and we also try to keep it at a very affordable price point. And what as BroastKhan, what we are striving to do is to keep the menu, very refreshing, provide a very fresh ambience, a high energy interior, high energy look, and above all, providing great tasting food and maintaining the same kind of quality and consistency of each and every flavor or each and every menu item that we serve. So just to give you a brief, very snapshot view of our menu is we have roast chicken, we have crispy chicken, we have charcoal shawarma, we have burgers, we have falafel and rolls, we have pizzas, pastas, we have mandi, rice bowls, sandwiches, fries, snacks, different kind of fruit, fresh juices and shakes, and to top it all, a dessert, we have a softy ice cream. So to give you a brief on these are, it is like a family of fast food, which is being used in the Middle East. So you have fried chicken, you have pizzas, you have burgers, you have pastas. So all of that put in one, right? Let me take you through a video which will give you a brief idea about what the restaurant is all about. So that was, I think, quite a long video which showed you all about our food, the kind of food that we are serving, how it is being prepared, and also what the interiors look like, how the exterior look like, what the seating space. So that should be giving you an idea about what the restaurant is all about. Just to give you a brief idea on our primary menu items. The first thing first is roast chicken. So what is roast chicken is the first question. How is it different from a fried chicken? So what we normally are used to eating in India is fried chicken, which is cooked in a particular type of fryer, and what we serve is roast chicken. So this is basically cooked in a pressure fryer. It uses 40% less oil. It is a healthier version of a fried chicken. And also in this, we provide two versions. One version is a plain version, which is the normal version, and the second version is a spicy version, which where we inject some kind of spices inside. So when you open it, there's a lava or there's a flow of juices coming out from the chicken. And using pressure fryers also keeps the chicken more juicier than and more moist. I think about 30% is what people say than a normal fried chicken. The second image that you see here, which is a charcoal shawarma, is we were one of the first ones to introduce that in India. Is the original way of cooking a shawarma. What you must have always seen is a vertical shawarma cooked on fire. This is cooked slowly, roasted. Every layer is roasted on a charcoal fire, and it's made in a horizontal way. It's a very different process. The tastes are very different because then you have a smoky flavor coming into it, a barbecued kind of flavor coming into it. We have sandwiches, which is famous. This is a steak sandwich that we serve. We have burgers, pizzas, pastas, and many more. So now this is to give you a complete overview of our restaurant menu. So as you can see, we have roast chicken, we have shawarma, we have rolls, we have snacks, quick bites, sandwiches, burgers, pastas, a different kind of fries. We have rice items, we have pizzas, we have a lot of different combo items that we do. We keep changing them, we keep innovating them, we keep updating these combos. And finally, we have our beverages, we have juices, which we make fresh, we have fruit shakes, we have ice slushes, we have thick shakes, and we have our soft drinks. And finally, to top it up again, we have soft tea. To give you again what we can say is that all of food that you see over here is cooked fresh. There is no frozen food being used except the French fries. There's no frozen food being used. So all the food is prepared fresh on order. So it is made only for you. So that is for a customer, it's very good because he's getting fresh food. And for an investor or a franchisee owner, it basically translates to no losses because there is no wastage of food because you are cooking on order and you are not storing so much food as well. Now, coming next to this is, some highlights is the cuisine that we sell is fast food and juices. We have roast chicken, we have charcoal, shawarma, we have burgers, sandwiches, and we have pizzas and pastas. The kind of what people have given us reviews on Google, on multiple other places, is that we have reasonable prices. The ambience is great. We take care of the hygiene and the flavor, and finally, it's good taste. The average cost, if you talk about it, is about 400 to 500 rupees for a two-person meal. Service options that we have all-day diner, we have fast casual service, we have dine-in, we have takeaways, and we have delivery through our online partners. We have been extensively reviewed and rated on Swiggy, Zomato, and Google, and other platforms like Amazon when it started. So because we have been there for the last 10 years, you will see a wide range of reviews and wide range of ratings that we have received. Okay, a small gallery of the of our restaurant. So that's what you see is the exterior of the restaurant. These are all the interior photographs of the current restaurant, and this is again a complete overview of the external restaurant. why BroastKhan again? Why does the customer come down to BroastKhan? So in today's life, in today's day-to-day life, every person of the family has a different kind of requirement when it comes to food. There is a young boy in the family who wants to have a burger. There is a young girl in the family who wants to have pastas. There is a mom who's looking for shawarma, and there's a father who wants to eat proper heavy fried chicken. And there are our parents, our grandparents who are looking to eat something light and tasty. They don't want to fill their stomach, but they want something light. We have all that at BroastKhan, and that is why families come down to BroastKhan, so that all of them can enjoy their own kind of cuisine. They don't have a selection. You don't have to go to a particular brand at one place to eat one particular item, and the other people of the family are being forced to eat that. Now, next, coming into talking about India as the market for the food and beverage industry. First of all, as the Indian market is divided into an organized and unorganized sector. And within the organized sector, within the food chain segments, where BroastKhan falls in is as a QSR or a casual dining restaurant. And we have other standalone restaurants that do come part in the industry. Now, talking about the food market, which was, to the division of the market in, as given by the Statista in 2020, the market values are, we have restaurants and hotels, we have organized segment chains, we have organized segment, which is not chain of restaurants, but they are organized, and we have the unorganized segment. As you can see, the unorganized segment takes up the maximum amount of market value in India, and the organized segment chains is slowly growing. And within the organized segment chains, what we can see is that the casual dining and the QSR take about 75% of the complete value out of that. And talking about the value, which was estimated in 2020 is about 4.2 lakh crores in in that year. Again, as it's a graph that is showing you that the growth of the casual dining restaurants has been exponential in the last 3 years. It has gone from 4 lakh crore, and now it's going up to 1.9 lakh crore. So that's an exponential growth of about more than 4 times in the last 4 years. So it's been increasing at 100% every year. Now, you've seen a lot of chains, like Pizza Hut, KFC, McDonald's, a lot of chains that have come up, and they have, they started their growth in a different way during the, late 90s. And then the early 2000s, they tried to penetrate the tier 1 and tier 2 cities. They continued with the partnerships and JV models. But now recently, since 2010, the penetration has changed. They are now trying to go into newer segments. They're trying to go into increased penetration into all kinds of tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. They are looking to grow in all the markets. And that's what even the Indian brands are trying to do. The concentration before was about customer acquisition, but now the concentration is different. It's about keeping the customer engaged and enhancing the products. Why India is the question. Why do we grow in India? So in India, the growth is happening through multiple different reasons. One, the population is pretty young right now. They have a lot of disposable income, and they have health consciousness. There's urbanization of the food, of the market. Families are becoming nuclear, and there's a lot of high trend of eating out. If you see in India, it has increased every year to 4 to 5 times a month from what it used to be before, right? So what drives a restaurant industry? So first of all, what drives is the market. As the year-on-year growth, if it's 10%, that's a huge market to be investing in. Okay. with the CDR, that's casual dining and quick service restaurants, the largest growing segment in the organized food market. So 75%, as I said before, is being taken by it. Then we have the online food delivery market, which is increasing, and it is said that by 2026, it will reach a 1.5 lakh crore of average sales. Okay, and after the pandemic that we were forced to have in the last 2 years, it is the best time to invest in the F&B sector because it has a upward trajectory. Okay, and food industry, a restaurant is a sustainable investment because the risks are less and the returns are higher. There is a low procurement, there's a less manpower requirement. Marketing and admin costs in a restaurant or a franchisee unit is actually being divided between so many people. So it's a higher brand value, higher reach, and in totality, it gives you about a 400% higher chance of turning a profitable franchisee. So now I think, Noman, would you like to take it further from here?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So we have this rollout plan that we have. We have planned to start out with the South India operation, the phase 1, and we slowly, over the next 5 years, we plan to set up more number of stores in pan India. Okay, the cities that we're focusing right now is Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, all the southern cities. At the same time, nonetheless, we are having some discussions with other cities as well, like Bombay, Delhi, Hyderabad, Kolkata.
I think Noman is described, but I'll take it forward. So what we are looking for is to try and we have decided we are going to go with a 4-4 model, which is a franchisee owned and franchisee operated model, which is our approach to franchising for BroastKhan. We are looking at multiple kind of franchising. One, obviously, we'll have a direct franchisee units. We are looking at master franchisees, and we are looking at multi-unit franchisees with our growth pattern. With regards to what will be provided by the brand, so if you can see the table, most of the requirement as a franchisee fee is for the brand. The royalty will be taken by the brand. Marketing will be co-handled by the brand and the franchisee, because we understand there's a lot of local marketing required, and the franchisee will be better equipped to provide that kind of resources. Vendors and the raw material, we will be deciding and providing you with that training and the manuals. We will provide extensive training to all the staff at both our location as well as at your location for them to kickstart the restaurant. So what is the ideal partner profile? So we are looking at investors who are looking to join the F&B industry with an exciting opportunity, or we are looking at professionals from the food service or the HoReCa industry. On the other hand, we also have property owners and real estate developers who have space and would like to get into a business which is easy to run, or also we have existing restaurants they might want to convert to become BroastKhan. So now comes I think the most awaited part, which is the unit economics of our models. So we are providing 4 different models, which is one is a fast casual diner, which will be between 1,000 to 1,200 square feet or even bigger. And then we have a QSR option, which is going to be between 700 to 900 square feet. Then we have a high street market option, which is going to be between 400 to 500 square feet. And we have the food court model, which is between 250 and 300 square feet. Now, if you look at the investments, the range goes about approximately 40 lakh, from 18 lakhs up to 42 lakhs, based on the size and the location. And the franchisee fee that we are asking for is 5 lakhs for the casual diner and the quick service, and 4 lakhs for the high street market and the food court. Payback months for all our models is between 15 and 20 months, and the agreement period will be 5 years. If you look at the ROIs for each of them, they are the cumulative ROI up, through the 5 years is approximately 500%. And if you also see, the restaurant models are based on the seating capacity. So there are different capacities of seating and also the sections of the menu. Due to size restrictions, we cannot have, shawarma, pizza, pasta, and the softie inside a food court. And a high street market also wouldn't be able to have a pizza and a pasta section. Uh, we have four models to show right now, but what we also need to understand is that this is a multi section restaurant. So there are a lot of different criteria that are to be considered: the location, the area that is, the being given, and based on that, we are okay to customize models to cater to that particular area or that particular city or that particular um, location. Adding of sections or excluding sections, we can always work that out. Now, what is included in the investment is, I think, one of the most important questions that everyone will have. Is it includes the franchisee fee, we have the kitchen equipment, I'm sorry, then we have the restaurant fit outs, we have the signboards being considered, we have the pre-opening expenses that that we've taken the initial stocks and the marketing required to initially launch the brand. Then we have legal expenses and other expenses like setting up the electrical work, setting up the the license and everything. So this is all put together, is included in the investment breakup. And these are calculations that we have done on a standard area calculations. Let's say for a casual diner, I must have done it for about 1,000 square feet. For a QSR, I might have done it for 800 square feet. So it's been done for an specific size. And based on size, this may increase, this may decrease based on location, based on the place selected. What is the functions that BroastKhan is going to provide? So before opening, we will be helping in site selecting the sites, setting up the units, sourcing the equipments, planning the menu and the pricing. So we are with regards to menu, when we say menu planning, what we are looking to do is that every city, every part of India is unique, and that particular part of India requires some kind of a local item or local taste to be added to the menu, so that it becomes more interesting for the customers to come down to walk into the restaurant. And also creating different kind of plating. There are a lot of differences that we can do to attract the local customers. Helping them in hiring the team and the training the team completely to run the operations, day-to-day operations, helping in the launch marketing, and also we'll be doing corporate level marketing for the same. After opening, again, as we said, menu innovation and development, very important. You can't have a standard menu. No brand has it. You have to have regular updates on the menu. So we tend to keep creating menus, menu items, and keep testing them. And if required, we launch them. We also try to run the viral chain system, where viral videos of viral menu items. Also, we try and create those and see if they are workable, and if they are the sellable and will be good for the consumers. Vendor development. So every city obviously requires to have vendors, and we will be certifying vendors on how to supply and what to supply. Continuously marketing is also required. We will be doing a lot of social media marketing, a lot of bloggers, a lot of local advertising and things like that. And operations, audit and advising will be done by us. There will be a lot of training, HR training, because the moment you have a new menu item, you require new training. And the local store marketing will also be supported by our side. So now, why BroastKhan? So all investors must be thinking, why BroastKhan? So first of all, what is it for the customers? What's the value proposition? First of all, it's acceptable because it's a 1,400 square feet place. It's a big place. There's a lot of, there's place for the customer to sit and enjoy the food. It's a very modern aesthetics, great ambience, and it's we've done it very hygienically. And there are different kind of formats that suit the current generation, which is we have a dine-in, we have a quick service, we have kiosk, and we have a high street version. What we say available, when we say available, there's a wide menu option in both veg and non-veg. And we are available for dine-in, we are available for takeaway, we are available for online ordering through our partners, and we are affordable. We have been told that we are a pocket-friendly restaurant with a wide variety, where the average bill value, for a two-passenger meal can go between 400 to 500, and we keep on running exciting promotional schemes and offers that provide a lot of benefits to the customers. Now, what is the value proposition for investors then? So first, it's fluid. So we are a multi-dimensional player where we have multiple different variations of investments based on size. We have a wide menu, where, as I said, you can say we are kind of a food court of fast food brands. And we also plan to create a large presence across India through our different approaches, which is it may be a master franchisee approach, it may be a unit franchisee approach, or it may be a multi-unit franchisee approach. We are profitable because the pocket friendly prices are there. We have a very disciplined financial approach on how to get the cash flow and returns. Okay, we have an efficient format. We have an effective ROI within 15 to 20 months. And we have been doing this for the last 10 years. It has taken us a long time to decide to go into franchising, because first we have perfected this and then move forward. Experience wise, as I mentioned, the last 10 years of experience successfully running the restaurant, and with overall ratings and reviews on all platforms. We have a very big board, which is all available right now on the call. We are a 6-member team of cousins who started this, and all of us are foodies. I think by our size, once you see the photo at the end, you will understand by the sizes that all of us are foodies. And finally, we have a lot of experience in the food service, retail, and the customer relationship sectors. Next thing is, we have a very quirky marketing style. Okay, it is very bold. We keep our marketing updated to the latest and well-known viral media. So if you can look at it, these are very famous punchlines of movies which have been used, which have been twisted to make it suitable for the BroastKhan. Our target right now is to make people understand the difference between a fried chicken and a broast chicken. So that's what the target right now is, and that keeps changing. We keep advancing into what is the latest trend going on. With regards to the packaging and the branding, again, it's a very bold, very hippie, very young packaging that we have done. It's color based with regards to different sizes and different boxes. With regards to our juices, we have gone in and we found the right kind of glass which can be reused, which is packed. There is no leakage when packed. So there's a lot of research gone into even the branding and the packaging that we have done. Even the packaging that we have done is a very unique packaging, must have not seen anywhere. The shapes, the kind of locking systems, the kind of airing systems, everything has been taken care of. What are the key pointers that is very important for any restaurant is, first of all, we only provide fresh food served on made to order basis. So there is no, pre-prep of food that is being kept and stored, and so that, no stale food is being served, no frozen food is being served. And that's why there is no wastage of food, because you're not making anything extra. You're only preparing when order is required. So this means there is no stock expiry, and you require to do least number of capital influx, because you have to store it less every time. Second most important thing, this is a chef-less restaurant. When we say chef-less, we do not require any trained chef for any of our sections. We require helpers that we will be, or skilled laborers that we will be training them in a way where they will have to follow our processes, and that process is the king. So even if the person, which is the basic or most common issue in restaurants that we've heard is the staff runs away. So even if the staff runs away, there is no issue. Your section doesn't stop because your training will be provided to all staffs. Each staff or ours is trained into minimum 3 sections. They master one section, but they're always trained in other 2 sections. So there is no downtime. We train them in multiple sections, maximize the output. Lastly, this is a process-driven restaurant. It has taken us 10 years to run the restaurant and make the processes foolproof, and so that there is no risk of mistakes. Okay, and also the process is the king, so there is no chefs, there is no dependency on staff. There are so many reasons to partner with BroastKhan. The market of India, it is evolving day to day. There is a strong surge into dining outside, or through online deliveries, online ordering. People are looking to try new food, and there is a lot of demand from tier 1, tier 2 cities coming up. Brand strengths, as I mentioned earlier, we have various different sizes of options available for franchising. The management team is well experienced. The menu is always evolving and it's wide. As I mentioned, it is for a family. Anyone can come and eat anything that he feels like. And it is the rates and the pricing is such that is ideally suited for home deliveries, takeaways, and we do a lot of combos. Okay, it's a great value for customer. Lastly, the benefits for a franchisee is, it's an excellent proof of concept. The top line performances of ours are excellent, and the formats is, as I mentioned, adaptable. We have different models. It's scalable. The ROI that we are mentioning is between 15 to 20 years, much below, 2 years, and for a casual diner concept. And we have a very strong vendor relationship system where we provide consistent product supplies. Now, for a franchisee, for an investor, what is the scope of growth? What is the market gap? Now, if you look at, fried chicken as a brand or fried chicken as a food item, you have different well-known brands all over the world. From USA, if you look at it, you have KFC, you have Chick-fil-A, you have Texas Chicken, you have Popeyes, which we know in India. From UK, you have Southern Fried Chicken. From the Gulf, you have Taza, you have Albake. Korea, you have Kyochon. Belgium, you have CTR. Canada, you have Mary Brown's. Philippines, Jollibee. But from India, where is it India? So all these are fried chickens, but every one of them has a different taste, a different texture, a different style. So what we want, BroastKhan, is to become that name from India. And that's what our aim is. That's what our mission, or you can say vision, is. And that also is the market gap. Why can't India go further? Why can't India become a big brand? Lastly, this is a photograph of our restaurant in Bangalore. This is the external view. And now I would like to introduce you to our team. That's myself, the one in the center. Here is Mr. Noman. Here, Mr. Mohsin, he handles all our processes and the recipes. Mr. Wahid, he handles all our infrastructure. Mr. Afzal, he's the customer satisfaction and guest relations. Mr. Mateen handles vendor management. So all of us put together, and me, myself, as you can look at me, I enjoy tasting the food. All of us enjoy it. You can see by our sizes, we are all foodies, and we are all cousins who are passionate about food, and we would like to take this brand much further. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for giving us your time, and I think I can pass it across to Ashokji or.
Great. Thank you so much, Mr. Ali Mohammed. Wonderful presentation. In fact, you explained every aspect of it in very, very detail, and I can see that passion amongst the entire family who's been running this for such a long period of time. And amazing to see that you only got into franchising after you perfected the entire business model. And more importantly, I would say the training aspect that you explained very nicely. So, friends, just to recap the entire opportunity, I'll request all of you, whatever questions you have, please write in the Q&A box. I'll take that up. And I've also shared our hotline number, email ID. Anybody who wants to reach out to us for an offline meeting or a call, or somebody who wants to even visit the existing locations, we're more than happy to facilitate that for you. So they're a company, which is almost a decade in terms of, their experience in the food industry. It's a fast food chain based out of Bangalore. They're running very, very successfully. And the food economics for a restaurant, friends, works on cover turn, which, Ali Mohammadji explained also. I'll come on that and maybe kind of, explain that for better understanding. And we'll also take up questions with respect to that. So there are two elements which are very important is, one is the cover turn and the other is the APC, which is the average ticket size of, the product. And equally important is the right cost structure to have healthy operating margins. So just to give you a broader idea, and we'll have Mr. Ali Mohammed also maybe explain that. Typically, when we look at, this category, your operating margins are almost about 18-20%, where typically your 35%, is the average cost which goes towards the food. So between food and I would say real estate costs, these are two big expenses for operating. So food is almost about 35 odd percent, and rental cost is almost about 15-80%, 18%, depending on where we are located. 10% typically becomes the utility fee, and about 12-15% is the cost on the manpower. And typically 7-8% becomes the royalty. In this case, the royalty is 7 odd percent, which leaves us with almost about 18-20% of operating margins. So Ali Mohammadji, if you can explain, what is our food cost, and also, the other elements when we talk about the manpower and also the, typical rental that you think are viable, to run a business, and what, as per your own experience, has been your also rental to revenue, kind of a ratio, So if I say I do a rental of this, so on a rental of maybe a certain amount, this kind of throughput is ideally expected from an outlet. So if you want to share some thumb rules of the game and, helping us to understand typical cost structures would be very, very helpful.
Right. So thank you, Sonia ji, for the question. It's a bifold question, so I would like to answer it in two different ways. One is that the market for fast food is changing so much that the size of the restaurant matters a lot. So if you have a smaller restaurant, so you're doing more of takeaways, less of dine-in. So what we have seen is that the moment you provide a dine-in to a customer, the customer came to eat, 1 and 2, but he will end up ordering 3 and 4 because you have the option of upselling them, or they are still hungry, or they saw someone else eating something else, and that's an upsell for you. So what we are looking at is an average, cost of food, a cost of the operational cost of our restaurant for any of the models is about 46-48%. That includes, your food, your packaging, your consumables, your wastages, and everything. We have a royalty, which is about 7%, and we have marketing, which will be about 3%. So we are talking about at least 35-40% of gross margins, including your rentals and your food expenses.
Manpower. That's the manpower we missed out on.
Even the manpower, I include the manpower. So your gross margins, as I said, 35-40% includes your manpower as well. So what we are looking at is, let's say we are doing a restaurant of 1,000 square feet, or we are doing a restaurant of 500 square feet. The difference between both of that. So if you are doing a restaurant of 1,000 square feet, we are looking at average bills of about 150 bills a day, which is easily achievable. At present, at our restaurant, we are doing about 220 to 300 bills a day, at an average bill value of about 520, 530. But let's say we do in a new restaurant, we are doing only about 150 bills a day, and the average bill value is about 380 to 400 rupees. Is what we do. And the same way, if you are doing a smaller restaurant, which is a high street market, we are expecting to do about, let's say, only 100 bills a day. And we are still doing an average bill value of 400, because our items are costed in such a way that the average bill value will always remain between the 380 and 400 mark.
Wonderful. And now coming on the various formats that we run. We have a small format for malls, which can be an area of say 200 to 250 square feet, 18 lakhs. High street would be about 400. And we have QSR, which comes about 700 onwards. And then we have your, casual diner, which is about 30 odd lakhs with the area of 1000 plus. And apart from the mall format, friends, because that opens up in a food court, the rest of the locations would have a seating which can start at about 35 40 for a bigger format, and comes down to about even 10 for a smaller format. Now, Mr. Alimo, typically when we talk about cover turn, what is that we expect the cover turn in these three formats on an average? I'm sure on a weekday it might be low, weekends would be higher. So how much is that that we currently predict or we have in our current locations?
So at present, in my current location, on a weekday, I am doing about 180 to 200 tickets. So when I say tickets, that's about 400 covers, right? And if we are doing it on a weekend, I'm doing about more than 1,000 covers.
And this is for the QSR?
This is for the CDR. That's the casual
for
diner.
the CDR.
Yes, that's the current restaurant that we have in Bangalore.
So this comes to an average of almost about 3.5 to 4 rotations. Is that right?
That's right.
Typically,
so we have the morning, we have the pre-lunch, we have the lunch, we have snacks, and we have dinner. So that's the different terms that we're talking about.
And I'll also take some questions from our audience also. Friends, I'll request all of you, we have shared some details, our email ID and contact in the email ID and the email ID in the chat box. You can reach out to us for a meeting that, we can line that up and facilitate maybe even one-to-one call. And there's a question which I see from somebody in Hyderabad, yes. And he's looking at understanding a little bit on the local marketing, Ali Mohammed, because we are currently operating out of Bangalore and Hyderabad being a new. So I think what he's trying to understand is maybe a go-to market for a new location. Right.
So when it comes to Hyderabad, I think in Hyderabad is the only city in India where I don't think we need to market food. Food itself starts pulling people in. But anyways, in Hyderabad, we have done a lot of research in Hyderabad also. We know what areas will work. We know what areas will provide us the right business opportunity. And with regards to marketing, we know a lot of local newspapers. We've spoken with local news channels. We know the local bloggers. And with food, what works that we have seen is dikhega to bikega. So a lot of video marketing through Instagram, through Facebook, through different kind of mediums where, there are people running small TV ads in apartments. So we've done that research. We know what it will work like. And we also understand that there is no meaning promoting yourself in a higher than 10-kilometer radius of your restaurant. So we know to keep that radius intact. We want that radius to be intact for all of our franchisees. That utne radius ke andar mein, you will be marketing very well. There is print marketing. There are local, going in through the religious routes, going through non-religious routes, billboards if required, signboards if required. Even we did once in Bangalore where we had a person wearing our logo and walk through the roads to promote it. So there are a lot of different uniquely being done for local marketing as well.
I see some more questions. I will request Venkateshan if you want to take. And friends, Venkateshan leads our entire region for AP, Telangana, Karnataka. And his team would be working with everybody who's shown interest. So quick introduction I wanted to do. And Venkateshan, if you want to take up some questions from the audience. And friends, we have left our number like I mentioned. Because we are running out of time. So 1 or 2 questions we can definitely pick up, and rest we would look forward to doing offline over a meeting or over a call.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. There is Mr. Abhishek Singh who has a question. How many stores do you operate right now?
At present, we are operating 1 store in Bangalore, and we are under talk for opening a couple of more in Bangalore. And we are under talks for a few outlets in Telangana as well.
Okay. And one Mr. Sajir CS, he has got a question. What about a franchise scope in Gulf country?
Always ready for it. We are ripe and ready to promote ourselves internationally. As I mentioned, we want, BroastKhan to be the fried chicken brand of India. So yes, Gulf, we are ready for it. Not immediately, possibly. It will require some more work from our side, but yes, we are definitely ready. If there is a requirement, we can start working on it immediately as well.
Yeah, is there any more questions? We can take it up.
And Mr. Ali, before we close, I'll request if there's a message that you want to send to the audience who's listening live and on Facebook.
First of all, I'm sorry. First of all, Sonia ji, I would like to thank Franchisee India and your team to give us this opportunity to reach out to the people from this webinar and from the to all the listeners as well. And as I said, the final words that I would like to put in is India has been on everyone's mind all over the world since a very long time, but our brands are not becoming so well known because I think we try to reach it at a point and then we say chalta hai or chalega kind of attitude. What we are trying to do is that we are trying to bring out BroastKhan as the brand of India, and we would like to see it grow exponentially with the support of Franchisee India and the support of all the attendees.
We have just one more question coming in. Mr. Aditya, he is asking, do we have a Facebook or Instagram page as of now?
Yes, we do. You can search for BroastKhan on Facebook and Instagram. We are available right there.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ali. And friends, I request you all to reach out to us. Anybody who's looking at detailed presentation that features showcase and also the financial working for all the 4 formats, we like to do that one-to-one. And Harshika, before I close, I'd like to give it back to you for your closing remarks.
Thank you so much, Sonia ma'am. Thank you so much, Mr. Ali Mohammadji, for this wonderful presentation discussion about the brand BroastKhan. Thank you, friends, for joining us on the webinar. To know more about the brand BroastKhan, you can reach us on our hotline number 9717683838. You can write us on feedback@franchiseindia.in. Thank you, everyone, for joining the webinar.